Hi, this is Jeff Cohn with SI Restoration, the emergency water damage, fire damage, mold remediation, asbestos cleanup company, blood cleanup too. So anyway, we're talking about today the 5 ways that hotel managers can make the water damage restoration process more easier for them and for their guests who are there while it's happening. Of course, most water damages happen at night, and they happen a lot of times, and they happen not at the most convenient time where guests are there. So anyway, water damages happen from toilet overflows, water heater busts, and of course, the biggie, the one where you have a sign that says "Don't hang your clothes on the hanger on the sprinkler head," and of course, what do people do? They use it as a hanger. Excuse me, as a way to hang. Anyway, when I talk about the five, I think my belief of the big issues. Number one is noise. Unfortunately, setting emergency contractor in the middle of the night, most of these folks who are doing the restoration professionals are not equipped to worry about the noise. They're like so. Basically, one of the things that the manager should be doing is telling the contractor, "Listen, this is a hotel, not a building where nobody's there." So everything from make just joking and stuff like that is an issue loudly. The second thing would be is the with the noise would be the just the fact of using hammers and making noise. So the idea is to try to do what's called non-evasive drying. So first of all, unfortunately, you do have to have an extractor on, and that makes a noise. I mean, you can't. I think what happens is the foreman and the job should be able to go ahead and uh, try to quiet that noise as much as possible in the areas. And of course, there's non-evasive drying, which means try to do as much less tear out, at least in the middle of the night. Again, you should have the restoration contractor say, "Listen, let's get the drying process rolling, and then when it comes to tear out, let's do it during the day when nobody's there, or at least when people are up." So that's important. Furniture issues. Furniture issues. Sometimes furniture gets wet. It's not like I know most hotels buy furniture in big lots of 100. So having to lose that piece of furniture is a big deal when it's just one. So the idea is to have a restoration professional look at that furniture and talk about how to dry it and clean it, and they should have some knowledge of it. Number three is similar padding. A lot of times the carpet is over padding, and the carpet obviously in a hotel, and the carpet would be pulled up and the padding taken out, which is a normal process. The problem is that we want to make sure, and this is good. This is another good reason why you should have a relationship with a restoration company, so that the restoration company knows what kind of padding you're using, and therefore has availability that evening or that next day for the padding replacement, so that they can prepare for the replacement. Again, the goal here, as you know, is hey, you had a damage. No one can do anything about it at that point, but the idea is to quickly return the room back to a usable room for guests to use and getting some income from it. So the idea is instead of the restoration company having to go chase around the padding, they should know how to get the padding themselves and have a record of it. Um, let's see. I talked about equipment noise, furniture issues, turnaround time. Again, just to be fair, anything that a restoration company can do to get the job done quickly, very quickly. Now, adding more equipment may or may not be the best decision. Sometimes too fast drying can actually make it worse on the structural materials, but also being able to have the access of people to be able to do the repairs. Again, it's not something where in a home or in an office it's not used. You can like say, okay, we'll do the restoration cleanup, and then when it's done, then we'll wait a couple days and try to figure out how to do construction. The restoration company or repairs. The restoration company should have a plan and say, listen, here, okay, we know we have to tear things out, possibly, and we have to do this, that, and the other, but we need a plan as it's drying, so that as soon as it's dry, within hours, having a crew to come in and put it back together. So, anyway, my name is Jeff Cohn with SI Restoration. Please check above the video if to contact me. I'm always available by phone at 410 458 5371. You can also contact me by email, jeff.cone@si-restoration.com. And please, the reason for that is to email me questions. This is not a sales prep pitch, but more of a ability to get information out and help people out in general. We cover Maryland, New Jersey, Delaware, and Virginia, Washington. But if you have areas in California or Idaho or wherever you're at in the world, Paris, wherever, and you have a question, please ask me. I'm happy. There's no charge for it. Thank you.